So I wanted to get on here and talk to you guys, and a little bit of a change of scenery, especially like with nature around. I just love it. But yeah, don't mind my hair because I literally just washed it. It's been such a process. Like this weekend I spent so much time in the water, you know, the end of summer. It's the end of summer already. Oh my goodness, summer. You were that girl this summer. Like this summer was giving. I don't know about you guys, but it was giving, and I'm just so sad it's over. I just had like a really good weekend. Like I didn't even expect it to be that good, but it was like kind of like just the perfect way to end the summer. I just went to the beach, and there's like so many beaches to explore here, so I'm just so happy about that because like I am just that type of person that like if I could go live on the beach, I would live on the beach. Like if I could be a beach bum, I would be a beach bum. But no, it is a lot of work, especially like my natural hair girls, like and then after the beach, like we kind of went to church, and it was a vibe. Like I really enjoyed going to that misa, and it was pretty nice. And they actually mentioned like the ocean and like how there's so many things going on. Like I really just resonated with it because they were like, you can't always just follow the wave of society, like the modern world. Like you kind of just need to have your own beliefs and do your own thing, and not basically like filter out what society is trying to pressure onto you. Like you don't always have to go with what is on the news, whatever you see on social media. You don't have to be in the drama all the time. So it's good to just like kind of take those little breaks, and you know, going to the beach is definitely one of those ways. Like just being in a body of water, it's just like especially with salt, that's really good for the soul. I also spent some time in the pool with my family this weekend, and you know, just like cooking and enjoying and drinking wine, and you know, just enjoying the vibes, not too much on social media. Like if I post something, I'll post and then I'll just like close my phone. But anyways, I am like in a good mood, I'm feeling good, so I kind of just wanted to come here and talk to you guys, see how you guys are doing. Like I would love if you guys interact in the comments down below. I love when somebody comments, and then we could just start a conversation from there. So definitely like the video and comment. And I don't know about you guys, but I just can't wait for fall. Like I love the summer. Like the summer was amazing, but also like I just can't wait to see what this fall brings. As you can see, like the fall isn't really as compared to New England where I used to live, but it's still beautiful. Like you still see the acorns and things like that, like leaves falling down the trees, and I kind of like it better because it's like the trees are not empty. But I'm just so excited because it's been really hot here, and I can't wait for it to be like my favorite weather. The AC just turned on, but I just can't wait till it's like that 70-50 degree weather, because that's my ish right there. Like hoodie season, sweatsuit season. But yeah, I'm really excited what this fall could bring. A lot of harvest, a lot of good abundance, you know, a lot of manifestation. And I'm just kind of curious because then comes the winter after that, and usually the winter does not really go good for me. Like I usually get season depression. It's not necessarily all 4 seasons here. So yeah, I just can't wait. Like, you know, I have like a lot of family around me right now, so I just love that, because usually I would be so alone, especially during the holidays. It just kind of, it's not it, you know. Like it's nice to have your independence, it's nice to be alone, but all the time, you know, I literally would hibernate like so much. I wouldn't even bother to go out in the cold. I don't know, it just isn't it. But you know, I was literally like a hermit during that season. So I don't know if I'm gonna be a hermit again. Like I do have those tendencies, but you know, and it's not wrong. It's the lonely journey, the hermit. Not just about being alone. It's not all bad. It isn't just loneliness. I feel like it's a season of transformation, and you know, with the seasons changing and all, this is like a perfect time to talk about transformation. So yeah, I don't think it's bad to be alone. We're not meant to be alone. Somewhere out there, you know, I'm a lover girl. I still believe is your soulmate, your life partner, or just your circle waiting for you. They're waiting for you, and you have to go out there and find them. Like I keep saying this is a reoccurring theme in all my videos. Go out there and find your circle, find your soulmate. Because I used to sit in my house thinking it's gonna wait for me, whatever, they're gonna come to me, but it really isn't like that. Like you really have to put yourself out there and kind of like forget about your norms. Have patience, because it doesn't all come at once. You have to have faith and believe that you're gonna find them. And guys, like after going to church, like it's not even after going to church, like I've just been receiving so many signs. Like I just feel this energy around me, spirits. Ooh, you know, Halloween is coming. But no, good spirits, good energy, good support. Like I feel like really like my ancestors are supporting me. And yeah, I kind of think they want me to deliver this message. So don't be in hermit mode all the time. You know, you are a lone survivor. We're all lone survivors out here, but we will get through this. And how? I'm gonna tell you how right now. So if you're feeling lonely right now, just know it's all a part of the process, baby. Like, normalize your solitude. I feel like normalizing your solitude is really gonna help you, and romanticizing your life. Okay, we have to romanticize our life because this is your story. You're creating your life here. You're co-creating with God, and that's something they also mentioned at church. Is like you really have to co-create and just surrender to the universe. You can normalize being alone, and I don't even think alone is the right word for it. Like solitary, solo dolo, single, independent, whatever you want to call it. Just romanticize it and normalize it, because if you can't even do that, then you're not ready for the next step. My second advice would be, I don't even know what that was, yo. Like that was the 2000s in me coming out. Number 2, my second advice would be to prioritize your mental health over the responsibilities in your life. Okay, don't let responsibilities take over or let you stop how you feel. You need to really prioritize yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know, I can't talk. I don't care, like I do care. I care about y'all. But a lot of you may have families. I've had friends who tell me that, you know, they have to put their kids first always, and I understand that because I'm not a mommy, so I'm a mama sota. I'm sorry. Okay, no, I know a lot of you are mommies out there, and like so much respect towards y'all because it's not easy, but I feel like you still have to put yourself first, because how are you gonna pour into your babies? How are you gonna take care of your babies if your mental health, your physical health is not right? I can't even imagine what these mommies go through. So, you know, we just have to really, really support each other and support ourselves, most importantly. But what I'm trying to say is, like, even if you have family, work, bills, just a lot of responsibilities on your plate, you may feel like that, but don't let that overtake yourself. Prioritize yourself. Prioritize your mental health and self-being, because that is your first priority. But yeah, I think a lot of you need to take as much support as you can and just let that pride go, because a lot of you, well, I used to do this too, but a lot of you let your pride and ego get in the way of receiving, and that's a mental block right there. Like, You never know who's out there trying to give you the world, who's trying to help you or just support you get ahead. Like, I think if we opened our hearts, opened our minds a little bit more, we would be surprised of the support that we actually would receive. And if it's not from people, then it's from spirit, it's from God. I mean, just imagine all the people out there in the world who are literally dying for support. Like, in other countries, they're literally like screaming for help, and meanwhile you're turning down these blessings, these opportunities right in front of you, and closing that door because of what? Because of those mental blocks of your pride, of your ego, or just because of these responsibilities that are literally like they don't even exist. Like, even if you have children, imagine if you did accept this support and you would better support those children. You know, like, I really do feel you guys. Like, sometimes I really want to give up, like when I don't get the results that I am looking for. But another thing that I've learned just with like prayer and going to church and my faith is like not just having patience, because you can just say, oh, have patience, but that is much harder than it seems than me just saying it. You really have to practice patience. That kind of leads me to my third advice, which is having discipline. Like, you should practice patience, having discipline, self-control, respect, faith. You know, all those things, they all tie in together. When I feel like I'm just down in the dumps and I'm about to give up, like, I really just have to like pray and remind myself why I'm doing it. You know, if it's for your children, if it's to support your family, whatever it is, like to get a new job, to advancing your career, to make money. You have to go through it to get through it. You have to go through it to receive these blessings. When you're feeling down, you know, just implement different practices that are gonna help you to get through it. And I mean, like, spend time with your family, like do something out of your normal routine, make a new schedule if you have to, try new things, journal, like write things down. You would be so surprised of all the manifestation, all the things that would happen when you just like write your thoughts down and just organize yourself. Like, you don't even have to write it down, just organize yourself so that you can take the necessary steps to get there. And I'm hearing like the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, which is basically what, like, a method that I use, like, to go step by step of what I want to manifest in my life. And you know, you may not want to hear this, but you also kind of have to sacrifice things from your past that you know are not working for you. Like, I had to let go of so many things this summer to even be able to be where I am today, to even be able to achieve the things that I have achieved, or just to, like, you know, I'm not saying like, oh, I made it. Everything that I have, basically, like, I achieved it because I let go of things that were not working for me anymore. So just discipline to stick with your growth. And what should you or what shouldn't you let go of? You know, what's working for you or what isn't. And have self-control. Like, control yourself, your body, and just protect your energy, because once you are like open and vulnerable and receiving the things and the support that you want, people are gonna try to take advantage of that. So you have to really protect your energy and be in tune with yourself and with spirit, with God, and have respect for your own needs, for yourself and others around you. Have faith that this season is gonna have a purpose. That's why maybe sometimes you feel like your message isn't reaching out to other people, is because have you thought about showing that, like, being open to yourself and showing that love and support to yourself first? How are you going to have others look up to you when you're not feeling yourself? Basically, not feeling yourself, but you know, like, if your cup isn't full, how are you gonna pour into other people's cups? And my fourth advice is basically like recognize when you should pull back and when to give to others. How are you gonna fill other people's cup? How are you gonna keep giving and giving when you have nothing else to give? Like at one point I felt like I was just drowning and I didn't want to be in bad terms with anybody. I didn't want anybody to think that I wasn't there for them and stuff like that. So I just like kept pouring and pouring, but I wasn't pouring into myself, you know, and that's the problem. Like, know when to pour into others and know when you're being called to keep to yourself. You're not Jesus, okay? Your sacrifices, they're not gonna matter if they just keep taking and taking from you, you know? I'm hearing like the song by SZA, Used. Yeah, go listen to that song, Used by SZA. I used to listen to that all the time. I can't even listen to it anymore because it just brings me back to a point in my life where I just felt like I wasn't living for me. I wasn't living for myself and I wasn't happy. Like, I'm not saying that I was living for other people, but you know, like I had all my job responsibilities and I know I could feel the same when you have like kids or when you have work responsibilities. It's hard to pour into yourself because where do you even find the time to do that, you know? But I feel like that's what I'm saying. Like, if you have to go isolate and be in solitary, do that, you know? Don't be afraid to be alone because that is where you're gonna find most of your revelation. Don't go following what other people are doing, like going out to the clubs, going out to drink, going on trips and traveling. Like, it does not matter. Like, you have to prioritize yourself and what you need for you right now. And that's what's one of the hardest things about being alone right now, is that it's a silent battle. Like, and we must endure being alone and suffer in silence when there's billions of other people on this planet who are just doing the same thing and following each other. You know, with so much access to social media nowadays and like I just see all of y'all like just debating so many things like that's on the news and that doesn't even have to do with you. Like, that doesn't even affect you. Like, why are you letting this affect your life, your beliefs, when it's not even gonna matter in your life, you know? Like, just don't get into all of that BS. But there is things that we need to be aware of, and we need to decide how it's gonna factor into our life, how it's gonna shape our beliefs, and how we're gonna proceed. If we're gonna take action, if we're gonna do something about it, if we're not gonna do something about it. But yeah, like, just with all the access and all to social media and all the people out there in the world, all the influencers, I just feel like we have to, what matters most is showing up for ourselves. And you know, you can say what matters most is family, what matters most is your love, what matters most is your job, your money, your career. All of that matters, but when you think about it, I think if we don't show up for ourselves, none of that really matters. If we barely have the energy, then how are we gonna give energy to those other things? So once you're at peace with yourself, once you're pouring into yourself, and even if it's the smallest things like buying food for yourself or cooking a meal for yourself, taking walks, enjoying nature, whatever it is that you have to do. Like, I want you to do one thing this week for you and see how it feels. If you feel like, you may feel guilty sometimes for doing things for yourself, but I don't think you should feel guilty. I think that's gonna ultimately help you have the strength and energy to go ahead and do other things for people. But yeah, just remember, like, loneliness isn't forever. It's the bridge to deeper love and connection. First, it teaches you that you have to love yourself in ways that no one else can. Yeah, I just feel like yeah, that's all I wanted to say, because loving yourself, self-love, being alone, those are all things that are all of the things that are part of the process to building connections with others and building your circle, tying back to that from the beginning of the video. So yeah, but yeah, if you guys do end up doing something for yourselves, let me know. Come back and comment on the video and just let me know how it goes. It can be so much as just like, you know, even taking a spa day, doing your nails. Oh my goodness, I'm like getting sick, guys. But yeah, let me know how it goes, and I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that it gives you that revival, that energy that you need to keep giving to others, to your fams, to your little ones, to your job, and just believe in yourself. Please, like, spread positivity. Don't give in to other people so easily. Don't run with the crowd, please. Like, just be you. And if you guys want more advice or just like tips on life, keep watching my channel.